Welcome to Rainbow Express. I'm Len Canning.
And I'm Deloria Jones. Last week, Len took us to Walla Walla Penitentiary to meet an LA gang member doing hard time in the Northwest.
And once again, we heard, this time from the prison, that too many times kids don't have the love they need, and they find it in gangs.
Today we'll meet people who say enough is enough. First, Ron Carr, who is reaching out to kids in an explosive way.
David Arteaga has this report.
Ron Carr is a former Golden Gloves boxing champion. As the mongoose, he fought in the ring. As a warlord in the Blackstone Rangers, he fought in the streets of South Chicago.
Well, as a gang member in Chicago, we did a variety of activities ranging from card thefts, just burglaries. People would sell narcotics, and prostitution was involved, and just all the things that take place in subcultures like the gang lifestyle. I decided to quit gang activity really based on old-fashioned fear. I had a lot of people getting shot and friends that were getting killed and going to prison, and after a while you really start paying attention to that you're involved in self-destructiveness. So I also was involved in boxing. That's what quite, instrumental in helping me leave. Then my parents were quite concerned, and they were actively involved in confronting a lot of the gang members and a lot of the inappropriateness that I was involved in.
Today, he still boxes, but his battles in the streets have changed. He now works for the Department of Youth Services. His boss, Barbara Butler.
I think he's successful because he knows where they're coming from, and that's something you can't hide. He's genuine, and I think that it's because kids know that he cares. He's just himself with them. He reaches out to them. He doesn't judge them. He lets them know what his role is in terms of being someone that's there, that represents a system or a department, but also understanding where they're coming from and trying to offer them some real alternatives.
Okay, may I have your attention, please? Excuse me, gentlemen.
As an outreach worker and gang specialist, Ron reaches out to kids in the schools. He believes that by stressing the importance of school and warning the kids about the perils of street life, that they might be more likely to say no to drugs and gangs. Ron works all hours, and sometimes at night he can be seen walking the streets of Seattle, trying to make a difference in some young person's life.
Well, I go down to the 2nd and Pike area because there's a lot of self-destructive lifestyles going on. You have gang activities that's happening, you have drug sales, you have male-female prostitution, you have overall intimidation by a lot of individuals just being imposed on, the typical citizen. And it's a lot of madness happening, and people need to be down there to intervene and provide some of those kids with resource information and alternatives to them different lifestyles. And you can give me a call, keep in touch. I'm with King County now.
While both young men and women benefit from Ron's work, Ron's elite boxing clinic has a special attraction for young men.
Well, I use boxing as a tool, as a catching method. Most of the kids I work with are physically aggressive and quite belligerent and hostile. And what I try to do is show them that the aspects of boxing in terms of character building, self-esteem, consistency towards goal setting, hygiene, just a total awareness about oneself are things that can be carried over into mainstream adulthood. And once you utilize those aspects and carry them into mainstream, it can help in terms of being a productive citizen.
Ron has worked with many young boxers in his boxing program. Darren Arthur is one of his prized pupils.
What was your lifestyle like before you met Ron Carr?
No, I basically just hanged out and got in trouble, and stuff like that. Not doing anything constructive, just kind of whatever happened during the day with your friends, whatever happened, whether it was good or bad,
Darren's problems got him in trouble with the law, and he ended up on probation. But he's off probation now and has found a positive, healthy release for his aggression. He boxes with his friend and coach.
There you go, right back.
What I get from my work is the acknowledgement that I feel that the Lord is smiling upon me for doing a service for Him. And, you know, that's the satisfaction I really, truly get. I also get satisfaction from interacting with the kids, the younger generation, and bridging those imaginary gaps that's between the generations. So, you know, I'm totally content with what I do.
Yeah,
All right.
you taught me a lot.
Hey, my man. All right.
That is one dedicated guy. I've seen him out on stories. He's always committed. He's always available to young people. And it takes that kind of commitment to bring some of these young people
Well, you
in.
can tell that he really cares and that the young people respond to that.
Yeah,
And
definitely.
that's so important.
Yeah. Now, if you would like to know more about the elite boxing program, call the Central Area Youth Association at 322-6640.
Coming up, we'll find out what happened when local police officers challenged gang members to a game of midnight basketball.
Stay with us.